Peace family, I hope you guys are happy and healthy. Welcome to our December 2024 garden tour. It's our last garden tour of the year and I'm super excited. I'm very proud of us and our growth. The garden is still green, which is nice, and we live in the south, so we haven't gotten any frost or anything like that yet. But let's just take a look and see what's going on. So today I decided to start on this side. It was the prettiest side to me for now. I'm gonna step back so you can see my grape is coming like all the way down the fence. I will show you where the base of it is when we get over there. This is one of my favorite planters. It's about to get I don't want to say redone, but I'm letting my basil go to seed so that I can grab some seeds from it. And then when this basil comes out, I'm going to bury some food scraps and plant some new stuff in there. One of which is going to be this, what is this? Dazzling Blue Kale. I was going to call it a purple kale. Dazzling Blue Kale. This is one of the plant starts that I got for $1 at the nursery. And then I also have my walking onions in here. They pretty much stay in here. And then when it's time to spread them out, I just spread them to different parts of my garden. And we eat the green leaves. And we also like let it bulb up sometimes. And we might grab a bulb out of there. So that is what that is. This is one of my broccoli plant starts surrounded by garlic. You can see all the garlic has sprouted out. And then over here is collard greens surrounded by garlic as well. So I've got all my garlic planted, or almost all of it planted by now. Here is my little turmeric nursery waiting for me to get all these big babies replanted. I am going to have so many turmeric plant starts and plants for me available, and plant starts available at my farmer's market. So I'm super excited about that. I've got my oregano here. It just stays here. Sometimes I throw comfrey in it or whatever. I fertilize it from the top and it just keeps going. That one is a perennial, so it doesn't go anywhere. Here I have another broccoli planted. Actually, this one was in the same pot with the other one that I showed you, and I cut it and then I got it to root and then I planted it here. It is also surrounded by garlic. If I come over this way, I've got more oregano here up under my grape, and then I do have some volunteer holy basil plants. There's one right there as well, because this one went to seed and dropped some seeds, and I'm still harvesting off of it as well. So I'm super happy and grateful for that basil. I love how it smells and how it tastes. And then here is where my grape base is. So I'm just gonna step back so that you can see. And I have started to prune it. It was bushier. It had a lot of little worms on it too that the birds came and ate. I think it's gonna lose all of its foliage when it actually gets cold, and then we'll get new life next year. And it stands, I still have to prune it on this side and put some more hooks up to let it stretch out, but it's doing well for the most part, if you ask me. My Brazilian fantasy pepper is so gorgeous. It has a gangster lean now because my stake isn't going. I should have tried to push it all the way through the bottom of the bag, but look how many peppers. I was waiting to show you guys these. I'm about to harvest these today. So it is full of peppers. It is gorgeous and green. Like, it is super happy. I did have a basil in here, but it died a while back, so it's no longer there. This is the last broccoli that I planted, and if you look closely, you can see I did plant garlic around it as well, and so those are starting to sprout out. I've got a parsley and a purple, I think these are purple mustard. Oh, I don't have to think. Those are purple mustards. Okay, over here. Yeah, I might have to come back for this tour because I do not want my neighbor all in the background. Okay, guys, we're back. I can't remember what this is, but I started it from seed and it's a brassica and I planted it in here. So I hope it does well. This is a golden acre cabbage or red acre cabbage that I planted from seed as well. I need to move that. These are my pink eye purple hope peas, I think. Right? They still growing. They're making flowers. They're super happy. They're actually climbing. If you can see, they're climbing up the grape. They're like growing on the grape like a trellis. And I'm not mad at that. So that's another reason why I haven't clipped too much on this side. But I can clean up these over here. So I have actually 2 pots that have those coming out of it. The 2 big pots right here. That's where they're growing from. And you can see they are just stretching their way to where they want to go. And I'm letting them. I'm happy with that. Back here, I've got my Texas sage. This is so good, y'all. I love when I make like little egg muffins or something. Egg bites in the morning. I love to put this in there. And then back here, I have my pineapple sage as well, which I love in tea. I'm actually emptying this and using the soil, but it's kind of wet now because it's been raining. My Vicks plant is crawling all over the place, which I don't mind. I hope I get some extra plants from that. I had potatoes growing in here and they died off, and I'm hoping that they pop back out in the spring. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm thinking about taking him, I'm thinking about taking him inside. This is my pink lemon, but it's been this size since it came out of the garage in the spring, and I'm not feeling that. So I might just leave it and take the pot. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I don't want to give up on him, but he doesn't seem to be making any progress. This is my cranberry hibiscus. I don't want to blind y'all because the sun is this way, but it is beautiful. The color is gorgeous. I haven't even used it. I think people use it for tea and stuff. And it did make a flower, which I'll show you guys a picture of. It is gorgeous. Let me step back. I've got turmeric still here. This one is an orange turmeric, and I'm gonna let it ride out until it can't ride out no more. My kumquat has been having some yellowing leaves, but the leaves are dropping on their own. And it has been a lot of rain, so maybe it's feeling like a little bit overwatered. I'm not sure, but it does have some good looking kumquats on there that are almost ready to pick, if not ready to go ahead and pick. You can see I need to cut the loofah back some because it's got loofahs hanging off of everything. If I step back, the hibiscus is still producing. Actually, the flowers aren't getting as big as they were, so I wasn't harvesting them. So I actually need to pick some up off the ground because they have been maturing and just dropping with all the rain. And I still want my tea. But we did cut it back so that we can start moving things around so that we can see what's going on. So that we can save our kumquat. I did have a yerba mate back up in there and it did die. And so I think some of the stuff over here was very much crowded. But I'm so happy with the hibiscus for the year. Ooh, see, one of them been down there so long it molded. But there's like a bunch of flowers. Sorry, trying to grab it so y'all can see. That I'm gonna go ahead and come out and grab when I'm done with this tour. So this will probably be the last good look you get of the hibiscus and the loofah together. I'm kind of hoping that it starts to get cold and I can start revamping these beds soon. Up under here, I did plant some fall potatoes. I want those to just come back in the spring actually, so they should be fine and good under there. I do have a jalapeno pepper that needs to be staked up because he's just leaning up under this loofah, but it is producing peppers. This is actually where the loofah is growing from, and then if you can see over there, that is where my roselle is growing from. So they look kind of like tree trunks. Oh, I wish it would. Dang, sorry y'all, it won't focus. There we go. Looks like a tree trunk. Let's go to the porch right quick. It's semi-clean. This is where I'm keeping all my little, so I planted some cabbage, and again, there were more than one cabbage in the container, so I just stuck this in here probably yesterday, 2 days ago. So it's gonna get some roots as well, and I planted somewhere else. I can't ever remember the name of this, but my mom gave it to me, and it just keeps going all throughout the year, so it is a perennial. I'm planning to put my greenhouse up here this year and put my seedlings in here. I have a lot of plants and seeds that I need to start. And these are all just the plant starts that we got that I showed you guys in the last video. I am slowly but surely getting them planted out into the garden. And as we walk through the garden, you'll see a few of them just sitting where I want to put them so that I know what the plan is when I come out here. This is my citronella. I do love the citronella. I love the smell of it. Having it right here by my door does not keep the mosquitoes from being by my door. So I just want y'all to know that. That's the truth. We'll take a look at the loofah. Going this way. We have started to trim it back as well. Let's see if my daughter's tomato is still in here. And it is. I don't know if she's going to save it from the loofah. It's probably not going to produce. But that's what's up with that right now. I'm redoing these beds. I started to plant food scraps and stuff. I planted some parsley seeds here. I'm kind of letting this area rest. I've got potatoes there that are probably just going to die back and come back in the spring. And then there's nothing else really there but some green beans dying off. So let's come around. Like I said, I have some plant starts sitting in places I want them to go. So there's a purple kale. These are snapdragons. They were beautiful when I bought them, but snapdragons drop and bloom their blooms often. So there's nothing wrong with that. This one is a bee's balm. And then these are more of the Egyptian walking onions. Back here I have my Santa Rosa plum. I have had to defend him a lot from the hibiscus and from the loofah. So that's what you do when you got a small space garden. Here's the peach donut. It is about to move into this bigger pot. Peaches are something that need chill hours, so they stay outside in the wintertime. I've got my elderberry here. The elderberry is beautiful. It looks great. This year was the first year it made like a little cluster of elderberries. So I think it's happy where it is. This is my canna lily that my mom gave me. It makes gorgeous flowers. Comes back every year. This is just a bucket of water that I need to put. I was trying to see if I could keep these as cuttings, but I hadn't gotten around to planting them. So you see they dropped everything. But then I also have a grape that I pulled out of the ground while I was pruning. And it already had roots on it. So I figured I'll stick it in this water and maybe keep it for later. I've got a couple little comfreys down here. And then this is our apple tree. This is the one that we got from Costco. I'm pretty sure. It's still alive, happy, and healthy. It's looking a little blank. I will take you guys to the garage because if you've watched my other tours, this is normally where I have a whole bunch of trees, but I have some tropical trees and some heat loving trees, so they are in the garage. I'm not going to be bringing them back and forth, even though our weather is kind of back and forth. I've got another holy basil here. It is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. This peach tree still needs to be pulled out. The squirrels planted it. Back here is where my turmeric was. We're going to be redoing this whole area that has this mulch back here. And I'm super excited about it. I will tell you guys more about that later. But here is my dinosaur kale. One of the only things still planted in this stackable planter. We've got the fig tree still out here looking good. So I've got this is my bigger fig tree, and then I just got another free new one. So that one's in the garage, but this one I think will be okay outside. I hope it'll be okay outside. I have had a fig tree die in the cold, which is why I'm so scary about leaving my figs outside. It's based on experience, but we're just gonna see. This is a Corbacea pepper, so it's still here, so I didn't pull it out. I'm going to plant snapdragons there, dill in here, another purple kale over there. probably chamomile up here. I'll show y'all that later when I do it. I'm gonna step back. This peach tree needs to be pruned for sure, because this is a lot of new growth in this year, and we did prune it last year, but I don't even think we pruned it enough. So we're definitely going to have a better plan and get it pruned up this year, and hopefully we get some good peaches for fruit roll-ups. My echinacea is looking lovely, and I think I'm going to see about separating it. If I can find a time, I can move another echinacea somewhere else. As y'all know, the comfrey is always looking good, and right about now it is feeding the whole rest of the garden, so we appreciate it very much. I'm pretty excited. When I came out this morning, I was like, ooh, girl, this bed looks good. So I just finished planting out this entire bed, and I'm excited. I've got my red zinnias over here, and they are, I mean, absolutely beautiful and lovely. If you are a first-time gardener, I would definitely recommend zinnias. They're very easy to grow. And then I've got some dry ones back here that I'm going to go ahead and collect the seeds after this tour. I hope y'all can see them back there. They're super easy to get the seeds, like easy peasy. In all of these little fluffy areas, I have carrots, planted carrot seeds. I just planted these carrot seeds yesterday, some of them. Yesterday, I planted these cabbages yesterday. Those were some of the plant starts that we got for $1. I refreshed this bed as far as like burying food scraps, putting comfrey and stuff like that. So my chives should be nice and happy and got some nutrition in there. If you look close, you can see this was the first little 2 squares that I planted with my carrot seeds. So they have already sprouted out. And then I've got carrots planted in all these other places except for this corner that is going to be chamomile. And I have another cabbage there. These peppers, I just kind of moved the leaves next to them. If they want to try to overwinter, they can. I'll cut them back. And if they don't come back, then they just won't come back. That's what's up with that. This comfrey looks lovely as usual. You can see there's another one here that has popped out. Comfrey is really good at that. And I see another space. I might can plant a little something back up in there. I'm always looking for spaces where I can plant more food. So my comfrey over here looks good. This one spreads by seed, and so you can see there's another little one right there at the bottom. And then my beautyberry is looking good. I do want to get some cuttings of the beautyberry right now and ship them out to some garden friends. So if anybody's interested, y'all comment below and let me know. We can do trade or something like that, or Cash App, anything. If you have something in your garden, I would love to do a trade with you. This is my Premier Blueberry, looking lovely. I think we got this one from Trees for Houston giveaway, and then I put it in that bigger pot. So it's actually looking really lovely right about now, which is exciting. I also have this blueberry. This one is my pink lemonade blueberry. I think I got this one from Lowe's, but it's looking good as well. This is my pineapple pear. Looking good. Looking very fall. It's giving fall with these leaf colors. Happy about that. My rose. Looking good. Feeling good. Feeling great. Over here is the first place that I planted my carrots, and I don't know why they're struggling. I don't know if it's the type of carrot or did I not make the soil fluffy enough. Also, Teddy ran through it, so I had to replant. So you're not going to see a lot of babies in here, but the ones that you do see, you see they're kind of like a little further along than the ones in the other bed. They're starting to get like little carrot leaves, little true leaves. Also, we planted cilantro here, so those two are cilantro. They are not carrots. So I'll just watch this bed and keep replanting if I need to. It's also been hard rains, which sometimes can kill seedlings off, which is why I overseed, and I'm not mad at any of it. I just keep watching and adjusting. I'm gonna plant these calendula right here, but I wanted to show you guys, I was very much hoping that the cilantro would drop seeds last year and pop back out, and that is what it is now doing. There's one right there too, and one right there. So I'm so excited about that. I'm just gonna let them do what they need to do. When they get big, they can hold on to this trellis that the tomato was on. I still gotta get all these strings off of there. My cayenne pepper is still going strong, and I'm letting it. So that's it. That's all I got to say about that. This is the one I got from the botanical garden sale. Need to get this one off of there. Look a little soggy, but other than that, it looks great. I have green beans here. I just got some green beans off of here the other day, but I hate the way they look. They looking so rough. So I'm probably gonna just let the green beans grow and dry, or if I get tired of looking at them, I'm gonna cut them down and plant some carrots. I want so many carrots this year, you guys. Or in the spring, I gotta make carrot cake jam. I'm probably gonna can and dehydrate some. So we got a lot of carrots to plant. This is my Cuban oregano. It still looks pretty good. I'll trim it back a little bit. You can see some pieces starting to die. And I also throw, you know, leaves and stuff down up in here so that if the cold kills it out, hopefully some of those roots are strong enough to come back in the springtime. And then here I'm gonna plant some more celery. So that's why I kind of opened it up so I can remember what my plan was. My pink celery is gorgeous. And I will tell you guys, when I came over here this morning, the smell was straight celery. Like, it smells so good over here. I'm definitely gonna start harvesting and dehydrating a lot of this celery while it's time to shine. And I am planting even more so that I'll have more and that I can share some as well. Back behind here, I have lemon balm. Can y'all see it? And that's another reason I need to cut it back some. It's because I don't want to smother the lemon balm. I did have stevia back there, but I haven't seen it in a while, and it stayed small all year, so I don't know if it's still there. But I'll let you guys know. I don't feel like digging back there right now, but I will definitely update you on that. As you can see, I have more plant starts that's been waiting to be moved. These are collard greens. And I just set them over here so they can get rain and so I can put them where I want them to go. This is a volunteer purple mustard. It's really pretty. It just got knocked around by the rain. It was like a storm. These are more mustards that need to go in the ground. They look like they might be trying to go to seed, but I might just trim them up and put them in the ground or into a pot. And this basil is also still alive. It hasn't gotten cold enough for the basil to die out. Back here, I've got my celeries. These are my pink celery seeds. And I sold a lot of them, number one, because something stumped on them. And number two, because they're delicate and sometimes they die out. I do have walking onions back up in here. If I step back, you can see my shampoo ginger. It looks like it's starting to die out, but I have definitely mulched the bottom, so I hope it comes back. More walking onions, and I think these are the wild onions that we found at on my mom's land that time. And then I also still have this ginger. All of my spinach, Okinawa spinach, looks great. Back here, my marshmallow looks wonderful. It had gotten eaten, but it's coming back strong, and I'm excited about that. This is my replanted turmeric. I'm probably gonna plant another one right up in here in the springtime, or not in the springtime, but like a little later. That's a lamb's ear, replanted turmeric, shampoo ginger. This is longevity spinach. This one is my I think it was shortcake raspberry. Oh, it looks rough. It been looking rough. These are my two goji berries. I think they will get more leaves. I'm pretty sure. I had mint in this one, and I might have to replant that. So it's just sitting here. I'm planning to extend my bed just a little bit, like one more corner here. So I'm excited about that. And then this is the milkweed, which is being used as basically a trap crop. I don't have aphids on anything else. I don't have caterpillars on anything else but on this milkweed that I really don't care about. So I might plant 2 of these next time. Now let's go see what's looking like in the front. Okay guys, so actually I am out here picking stuff as well. So I thought, since I don't give you guys this angle a lot, I'm back here in the back of the roselle. And you can see how big it still is, even though we cut it back. it's still pretty big. It stretches all behind my trellis and everything, and still over to the house. So I've mainly been picking the ones up off the ground and the ones that I can see that have flowers. The biggest ones I'm just gonna sit over on my porch. I'll show you guys on my porch where I'm trying to save seeds. But I just want to show you guys what the hibiscus looks like from the other side. It's still huge. This is the cut back version, but it's about to rain, so I have to hurry up. Peace. Okay, family, so it's raining. I cannot show you guys the front, but I am gonna show you the trees in the garage because I need to harvest a noni and I'm making some tea. So try not to look too deep into the garage. Focus on the trees, guys. Focus on the trees. So I try to put down mats in here so that when I water, in cardboard, so that when I water, everything isn't spilling too much onto the garage floor to stain. But it's not a perfect system because you can see over there the water kind of runs out anyways. But anyways, this one right here is my pink guava. I think I should have put him in a bigger pot before I brought him in here, but he does have some new growth, so, and still some green leaves. And this one is very frost tender, so it did need to come in here. And I might not needed to bring them in as early as I did, but I think I did because we went down. The thing about Houston is we go down and up, down and up, down and up. And I'm not about to bring the trees in and out, in and out, in and out. So you're in, I'm going to take good care of you, and then in the spring you'll be out. And they all look perfectly fine. So anyway, let me stop talking. This one does need to move outside. This is the apple tree that I got from Trees for Houston. Somebody commented and reminded me that apple trees do need chill hours just like peaches do. So I will be moving him outside, just not today. Okay, down here is this is my curry leaf plant. I have two of them. There's another one right here. I moved both of these into the pots that they're in right before, or not right before, I let them kind of settle for like 2 weeks, and then it was time to bring them in here because I didn't want the cold to hit them, and they are definitely having new growth and loving it. There's lots of my homemade compost in those pots. Not the food scraps, but my kind of finished compost is in there. I try not to do too much food scraps and stuff if I'm moving somebody in the garage because that's just going to make more of a mess. And then this is the fig that I got from Trees for Houston. It doesn't have a leaf on it, but you can see it's still alive for sure. And I'm keeping this one in the garage. Next winter, it'll probably stay outside. This is one of my moringas. I did move, I have two of those as well. This is the other one. I did move these two into their pots at the same time I did the curry leaf, so they could get nice and established and also have some nutrition and enough space to stay in here throughout the winter until it gets warm again. This pot is my Barbados cherry. I'm trying to show y'all how to like follow the leaves up to see what it really looks like because I know I have a lot bunched together. That one's gonna go in a bigger pot in the spring. This is another Barbados cherry that's gonna go in a big pot in the spring. It is storming outside, so I hope you guys can hear me. Excuse the noise. Next to it is a pomegranate. That's one of the pomegranates Diva Jones sent me. I did bring them in because they were small, and I think pomegranates are supposed to lose their leaves. We hope they are right. I'm gonna pray on them. Diva, forgive me if they ain't okay because I really tried. I don't know why this basil has such a lean right now. Maybe I just really need to harvest it. It's gotten too tall. But this is a holy basil that I brought into the house. I will go ahead and probably put some of this in my tea today. And then the other pomegranate is over here looking naked as well. This is the Barbados cherry that did get moved into the bigger pot in the spring. This is the first one that I had that I got from Trees for Houston. Those other two are newer and they didn't get a chance to get moved. So this one is a little bit bigger. Down in its pot, I have started some of my little black turmeric babies. I would like to offer these as plant starts at my farmer's market in April. It's going to be April 5th, 2025. I will put the flyer at the end of this garden tour. If you live in Houston or anywhere near, or you're traveling to Houston in the spring, please come and see us. We are going to be learning how to be collectively sustainable. If you don't have enough space for cows, but you want to meet a black man that has grass-fed meat and delivers, come to our farmer's market. This is an avocado. Shameless plug. My avocado looks beautiful and amazing. This is my soursop, very frost tender, so it will stay in here until the spring. And then back here, back by my air conditioner, is the noni. Let's go see him from another angle. The noni is lovely, y'all. It is another tropical, so it will be frost tender. So I didn't want it to get hurt. It did grow a lot this year though, and the roots were coming all out of the, I'm sorry for that noise. The roots were coming all out of the pot. The nonis are ripe when they get white like this. So I'm gonna take this one. And I'm gonna take this one. And I have not tasted these nonis fresh, I'm not gonna lie to you, because they smell bad. And I feel like a part of your eating experience is the smell, right? And so I've been sneaking them into tea because they are very medicinal. So I got another one back there that's ripening. And the tree is doing well. It's doing well. Over here, oh, this is my star fruit. The star fruit is the tallest one. It's taller than the light, but it's still doing well, happy and healthy. And sitting in here, I have more turmeric. This is a small one. I have two bigger turmerics, black turmerics, that'll be available. This is my Vicks plant. I got a cutting just in case my Vicks outside dies. Same with my Cuban oregano. And this was my last standing mulberry. I brought it in and it just didn't survive, and I'm sorry, and I tried. Over here is my key lime. I'm still working on getting all the leaf miners off of it, but it is showing new growth. If you can see, like right here. My hands are dirty. See that new growth? It's making new growth. So I think the more I trim the unhealthy stuff off of it, the more it will grow new life. And then up under here, I've got two lamb's ear planted, just in case the lamb's ear dies, and then some more black turmeric planted here. And then this was my only surviving cutting from Nigeria. I'm so happy. Look how beautiful it is. So I brought it in to keep it safe from the cold. And then down here, I almost forgot to show you, I did save some of my aloe vera finally. So I'm happy with that. So I hope you enjoyed this garage portion of our tour. Whenever I can, when I can get some sun and no more rain in the front, I will show you guys what everything is looking like. You know, there are some holes up there because we have started to harvest and I haven't gotten to go ahead and replant, but that's okay. I'll see you guys in the front yard soon. Peace. Okay, family. I should taste this. I'm gonna taste it. I cut it open. It doesn't smell as bad as the other ones did.
It looked like fruit.
It looks like fruit, has seeds in here. Or maybe it's the turmeric smell in my hands covering. Okay, we in now. So I'm gonna taste it. I'm about to.
Just a little. It's okay. No. Some water.
I must keep sneaking it in my tea. And I need some water. Okay, family, we're back. We literally just had a tornado warning, and now it's gorgeous outside and very sunny. So we're in the front here. Y'all know this rose is doing the most, and I haven't done anything about it yet. So it's still doing the most, and I still ain't done nothing about it. But I am planning very soon to get cuttings and see if I can make more of these roses, because I do love them. I like how they're yellow. They start out kind of yellow and then they bring in some nice pink. And look how pretty and big the blooms are. Like, yes. Gorgeous. Alright, so walking up on the other side, I did plant some turmeric up here that I want to sprout out next year. So this is an orange one, and there's a black one there, and then there's a black one there which died back, but it'll come back. We did have some cold spells, so you can see on my indigo there are some burnt leaves, but the indigo will come back if it dies all the way out. And it is really lovely. I'm going to actually mulch. I'm going to fix where people are walking. It's going to be like a little catacorny walking walkway. And we're going to get this baby fixed up nice. But it is growing well. My roses are doing well. You just have to make sure that you deadhead them and they will keep blooming. I do think the roses enjoy when the weather starts to get cooler. So I am not complaining about that. If we come back this way, you can see my rosemary is lovely as usual. And my rose over here started blooming again, which is exciting. So lovely. I do need to come over here. Well, you'll see as we keep going. I had a dahlia planted right around here that died. I want to kind of make a nice trellis for this berry. This is a gooseberry. It's very spiky, so I'm not going to touch it. But I want to make a cute little trellis for it so it's not reaching out so far. And then maybe plant a few more things right up in here. Also, you know, I got to get the weeds out. That's the work you got to do in a garden. Step back. The yarrow was gorgeous. Very soon I'm going to get some plants out because it likes to spread, and put them in pots so that I can share them probably at my farmer's market or with any of my friends who are gardening that would like some yarrow. I do love this yarrow. Use it for headaches, for fevers, and to stop bleeding. There's another indigo in here that also, where's the, oh, I can't even find the, oh, here it is. Right here. So the leaves and the stems got touched by the cold, but if you can see, it's still alive. So that'll probably pop back out. Check out my hyacinth popping back out. Super excited. If I can move this hose out the way. The jasmine, this is what this is. The jasmine spreads to all areas, as we know. This right here is where we pulled out our ginger. So I'm going to replant, and I kind of want it to be lining this area. So that is the idea, to have more ginger plants kind of lining up there. If I step back, you can see the jasmine is so happy. It's beautiful, it's healthy, it's green, and we love it. We still have one orange turmeric here. And it did flower. I showed you guys that. The flower's not pretty anymore. But I do suspect that we will get a great harvest out of here once everything dies back. I am still letting it go. So thank you so much for coming to our 2024 December garden tour. I really cannot wait to grow more with you next year. I cannot wait. I plan to plant so much more. Yes, even in this like little urban homestead, in this one front and backyard, plus the garage sometimes. So I hope you guys will join me in 2025. I hope you have had a prosperous and abundant year, and I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Peace.